much, or it'll just dry out or desiccate. And you don't want too little, because you need it to draw sap through to this tip. So that's roughly a good sort of size, almost too much. I would maybe just want to take off one more little section over there. Now, two methods to do this. You can either use the cocoon method, where you wrap this entire shoot in grafting tape, or you can use the bag method. So simply hold this very tightly, insert your blade and pull while you're pushing. I've hit a knot. So there's pretty much 50%, if not more, sliced away on the one side. This sharp grafting knife helps very much. And then roughly half of that again, slightly sharper angle. You pull as you pull. I need a little bit more. You can always go back and just give yourself a little bit more. There we go. So there's a long cut and a short cut. Give it that nice thin elastic effect. And then from the base of the foliage, let's see if I can get this right. You're going to simply wrap a cocoon around the foliage, taking care not to go too tight. You don't want to crush the foliage, but you need to overlap by, I'd say, at least 50% with each wrap. When you get to the tip, you just keep going. So you've got a nice little tip. One last one there. And you just give it a twist. 2 or 3 twists, and then cut it off. Okay, so that's a nice little cocoon. The reason why we give ourselves a little bit of a gap on a branch that is still flexible is that once you do your graft, you can still manipulate this branch and bend it back or put it wherever you want it. Exert quite a bit of force with your thumb instead of just slicing away. And we want to go from there to there, roughly. So we do a cut, we go in, we start pushing. Not at 45 degrees, much less. You just want to get through that cambium layer and into the hardwood. There we go. Basically, don't grab it here, because you're just going to unravel that. Give it a bit of a bend. Sorry, Terry. And I'm going to insert it on this side. I need to get in here. Nice and deep and snug. Starting from the base. And this is pre-stretched, but you give it a little bit of a stretch as you go.
Mark, why do you stretch it? Why do you stretch it beforehand?
You must try wrapping it unstretched. It's sort of like just bounces off itself, and it's a lot thinner now, which makes for a much better seal. So as I'm wrapping, I'm pulling slightly, wrapping over, pulling slightly, and then I just hold it at the top just to keep tension on it, and just keep going to that point. Now I need to try and get it in underneath the scion as well. Now this is pretty stable, so I'm not too concerned about moving the scion a little bit, but if you can avoid it, it would be a bonus. And back down the branch again. This last little piece will pretty much stick to itself if it is stretched. If it's not stretched, it won't stick. Okay. Keeps it nice and tight. Not too tight. Just in place. Okay, now that's done.